Hello, this is Ebonygeek45, and my motto is if I could help somebody not waste a whole day of their time working on something, then that's why I make a video. So a lot of my videos, as you can see with the Arduino IDE installations, it took a lot of time for me to figure out these things. And so when I run into a problem, I like to actually go ahead and make a video about it. Now, my problem right now is with the servo. Right now I'm working on a remote control, well, not a remote control, a hacked, what was a remote control car. And I'm having all kinds of issues with this servo. Now, actually, okay, that's funny. Okay, so this is the type of thing that I'm getting right here. My server was not declaring the scope, blah, blah, blah. So when I do the pound, okay, yeah, that ain't working either. Okay, so okay, let's put it over here just to make sure. Let's clean the project. Okay, nothing. Verify it. Nothing. Okay. And fatal error server. No such file directory. Blah blah blah. Okay. So I wasted half of my day. Things was going fine. I was trying earlier this week I was trying to get this online with the Mars Eclipse. Found out that was a waste of time, so I went back to the Luna. Well, Luna is doing good, and they've actually upgraded a lot of things about it. So it's really looking nice, but I can't get the servo to work. And I need the servo to work, and a whole lot of things about robotics involve servos. Okay, so what do I do? Well, I kind of figured out the problem, and as soon as I kind of figured it out, I decided to go ahead and I just like my curly brackets to be on there. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and figure it out with you. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, you will go to your project file, right? And this is all of my project files for this project. Then you will right click on it. Okay, so as I understand it, you're gonna go okay, wrong. As I understand it, you're gonna import. Okay, see, I'm feeling my way around it, but I'm kind of remembering what I'm doing. So when you import, what you're gonna do is you're gonna import an actual Arduino file that should be already in here. Do that make sense? No. Well, I guess it do make sense when you figure that this is not actually the Arduino IDE. It's something that we're using to work with the Arduino IDE. So the Arduino IDE is all in the background here, and when we went into Windows and Preference, we actually hooked it up to the Arduino IDE. So what they're trying to do is keep you from having a whole lot of files in one project. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click import Arduino libraries in the current project. Okay, so then we'll click next. There's my servo file. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. That's what I want to import in. That's what I need to work. So we'll click finish. Ta-da! It's done. Hallelujah. Okay, you had to understand what I went through in order to get this to work. So let's go to project, clean. Okay, the red is gone. Our servo is now working and we could go forward. Okay, now of course my method attached, they're saying there's something wrong with that, but I will figure that out. The best thing that I have going on here is now my servo is working, and now we have learned that you have to actually, where it says, and you'll find stuff in forms saying it's built in, so you don't even have to put this part in your code. And then I didn't put the include servo in my code, and it wasn't working either. And then when I put the include servo.h in my code, it wasn't working either. And then when I went and tried to find it, well, that was a whole different story. So that is how you import a library in that you need. So you just have what you need for that project. Remember, right click on it, go to import Arduino libraries in the current project, and they have a lot of different things here. You know, they have the Arduino libraries, the bridge, servos, software serial, Wi-Fi, a lot of things that you will need that just comes automatically in your Arduino file. You have to import it in for this particular, for Eclipse, to get it to work. And once you understand that, it works pretty sweet. But you have to understand that's the way to get it to work. Like I said, I have wasted a lot of time just figuring this little bit out. But that's the thing, when you're a programmer or you're a programmer at heart, a lot of what you're doing is figuring out what will work. And it'll take a while to figure it out. The thing is not to get frustrated. The more you go at it, the easier it will get. I could understand pretty much all of what's here, but I remember at a time that I couldn't understand none of this, and I wanted to. So when you're going to do programming and stuff like this, and especially with the Arduino, I mean, that's the best part of learning what C++ can do, is actually having some in real life act to what you programmed and what you built. And that's real life experience, and that's why I'm working on this now. So I mean, just keep at it, you'll get it. The more you do it, the easier it'll get. Sometimes you'll get frustrated when you're working on the problem like this, and it don't seem to be going anywhere like this was. And it feels so good when you figure it out. Although I would have wished I wouldn't have wasted 4 or 5 hours trying to figure it out. And so that's my solution, and hopefully it'll help somebody else out. Bye bye.